Hey everybody, this is a slightly different video. Oh, this is Orin from Block and Pixel, by the way. So this is a slightly different video than usual. Normally I'm unpacking fresh packs of Pokemon cards that I bought at GameStop or Best Buy. This is slightly different because what I have here is a sealed Machamp first edition base set card. I traded a friend for this, and it's been sealed in this cellophane wrapper for almost 24 years at this point. Now, I say almost 24 years. This is a little weird. So there's actually 5 versions of Machamp First Edition from Base Set. Let me see if I can remember all the 5 versions. So there was an early run of the uh, starter set from Base Set that came with the Machamp in 1999. And that very first run of that set came with a shadowless Machamp first edition. And then later in the year, they came out with the same starter set, but it was no longer the shadowless. It was now the shadowed hollow Machamp first edition. And it had the copyright date from 1999. Then in 2000, they continued to print that same starter set. The only difference between the Machamp and the 2000 starter set and the Machamp in the 1999, later 1999, the only difference between those two is the 1999 one says 1999 and the 2000 one says 2000. Then there is this card and one other. This is the Cosmos Hollow Machamp base set first edition that came in the 2-player starter set. It's called the 2-player CD-ROM starter set. And the 2-player CD-ROM starter set had enough cards for 2 players to play, and it came with a CD-ROM that you put in your computer, and it had videos that you could click through that taught you how to play the game. And unlike the Machamps that came in the other starter sets, this Machamp has Cosmos Hollow. So that's what's unique about this one. And then there was one other Machamp that came in some other learn to play set, and I guess it had like red on the back instead of blue for the outline, something like that. So this one is slightly less common, it being Cosmos and coming from that 2-player CD-ROM starter set. I looked at the PSA population report for PSA 10 on this card, and there's only 33 PSA 10s of this specific card. Now, I think that this card could get a PSA 10. It looks really good inside the wrapper. The wrapper itself is absolutely terrible. It's grimy and dirty and grungy, and, it has 24 years of filth on it. The thing is, you don't want to send the cellophane wrapped card to PSA unless the cellophane itself is perfect. Because when you send a cellophane wrapped card to PSA, they don't grade the card inside. They grade the cellophane wrapping itself. This cellophane wrapping would probably grade it like a 4. It's terrible. I have seen PSA 10 cellophane wrapped Machamp first editions, and they sell for a lot of money. Naturally, because the cellophane is very hard to keep intact. So we're gonna do something special on this video, and we're gonna open this. We're gonna open this 24-year-old cellophane wrapping. Well, it might be 20. Well, this came out in 2000 because this is the Cosmos Hollow. Even though, what's funny is the Cosmos Hollow, having come out in 2000, the copyright is still 1999, which is odd. So this is actually 23 years old. So let's see if I can get a little opening here, because I do not want to damage this card in any way. I need to do this very carefully. And the card is going to go directly from cellophane to a sleeve trust me, I washed my hands several times before recording this. I hope you enjoyed that little spiel on the different details of the different Machamp base set first editions. I did not realize all of the various types there are before recording this. I did some research on it. There was a really nice post on Elite Fourum about it. Okay, so that opened up really smoothly. And now I want to put this right into a sleeve. So let me get the sleeve ready. Okay. Very nice and dental. Well, this is not going to get a PSA 10. There's something wrong with this card that I did not realize inside the wrapper. And it's the type of damage that PSA is not keen on. And it has a dent. Let me see if I can show you in the camera here. I'm trying to get the right angle for you to see it. It's right above the stage 2 wording, and the camera in this lighting is not catching it at all. I really hope that you can see it in the video. If you can't take my word for it, there is a tiny little indentation right, let's see, okay, right where I'm pointing, right there, there's a tiny little indentation, a little dent, and maybe you can see it, maybe, but yeah, from my understanding, PSA is pretty harsh on stuff like that. So that's a real bummer, because like otherwise this card, the centering is amazing on both the front and the back. The blue edges are immaculate. There's no white going on anywhere on this card. The front edges are immaculate. The hollow is gorgeous. There's no scratching at all on that hollow. Like, it is pristine. And you can see it's Cosmos in the light here. I mean, my light is really helping you see the Cosmos holofoil. So it's a great card, but it's not hard to understand why there's only 33 PSA 10s in the wild of this thing. Again, being 23 years old, it's hard for these things to pass down while being in the cellophane without getting some sort of damage at some point. So that was fun while it lasted. I really I inspected it really harshly while it was in here, and just the way that it was sealed, the cellophane really disguised that dimple on the card. And again, I really wish you could see it. It's really tough to get the right lighting on it for you to catch it. Again, it's above where it says stage 2. That is not coming out in the video. Wow. Okay, but just again, take my word for it. I don't know if I'm going to send this in for grading at this point, but regardless, awesome card. It was a good trade, and thanks for watching. I hope you at least learned something about our friend Machamp here, and thanks to all those that have subscribed. I really appreciate you checking out our videos. Ariel and I just opened up our TCG player store, so we're finally starting to get a lot of our singles listed. So if you like seeing what we pull in our videos, those polls are all going to end up on our TCG player store. So if there's a card that you see us pull and you want that card, make sure you check out our TCG player store, and you'll find what we have for sale. And until the next one, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.